Alright, so here we have the new chart. Today's chart 84, three inversion arpeggio fretboards. Okay? Now this is just down here in case we have to discuss, the general fretboard. Alright, which is, starts on the E or the 3. E is the third of what? Of C. It's minor. So we have the the C box here. We got the A box here with the 5 root 3 there. We've got root 3 5 root here. C shaped root, A shaped root, 5 root 3. But there are others. People who are more experienced at the guitar than me would say, you're forgetting this root. You're forgetting this, and this is on the A bar. This is 2 to the bar here. And that is true. So let's look at that. How do we look at that? Alright. Zooming in a little bit on the top fretboard. Alright, now we're looking at the Ionian and the Dorian. But also adding the 7th to get the half diminished to the Dorian. Okay, so that's why there's a 7 here. Now the reason why there's 2 here is no play, no play. So you don't play the blue 4s here. Why? Because this is, well, let's look at the no play 2. Okay, you've got Lydian and Phrygian. Lydian is 5 notes there, Phrygian, and then the only note that's a no play was the 2. Okay. I'm sorry I have to look at it that way, but since they're modal, those are the notes that are played. 1, 2, 3, 4, Lydian 5. That's them. All the Lydian, all the Phrygian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relatives now. That's not one of the parent key. The only one that wasn't hit was 2. So 2 is the no play there, and I just left it red. But 7 isn't a no play. Okay, if you look at the root chord and the Dorian, the only one that isn't played, I could do them like this. Instead of this. Would that make it sound better? Yes. 7's the only one that's a no play, but in this case, the no play, you add that and you get a Locrian 7th, half diminished. So that's kind of the formula. So I thought, well, what are these if I add these to the minor one, because this is major minor. Alright, major Lydian, minor Phrygian, major Mixolydian, minor other. We'll talk about that if it does become something, but not right now. It's enough to know that you add the 7, which is the no play for the first 2 modes, and you get the mode underneath it. So you've got essentially, you got this. Alright, so with the, I guess we could go through with this. With the Phrygian and the Locrian, we've got, alright, and then to that Phrygian, if you add that no play 2, you've got essentially a 7th chord, right? So there's a 7th chord there, and it's in the mode. That's a good thing to remember. If you're going to add a note, it has to be within the mode to be considered in the mode. Alright, so the rule here is all Dorian minors take on the major 4 shape. All Phrygian minors take on the major 5 shape. And all Aeolian minors take on the major R shape as per the one-up rule. Remember caged? Alright, well, caged is kind of like lagged by this. It's the minor cage that's one cage member below. So C, A, G, C, C, D, E, A, G is the major cage. The minor cage is A, C, D, E, G. It just lags behind one pentatonic scale step. So how do we demonstrate that? Looking at this. With the first one, the Ionian, forget about Dorian for now. So the sevens are kind of like, don't worry about them right now. So these minors, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, guess what? They spell C, A, G, E, D. Okay? C, A, G, E. Alright, the D's probably halfway off here. There's a D. And then G, E, D. You know, their cage, that's the lacking, the delay there. And then the C is C. Here's the major cage. C, A, G, E, D. Okay? And this is all three inversions. So the root goes root 3, 5. And what is its shape? Well, we know it's the G-shaped major root chord. And it also but G, we don't have to assign G as just root, but we know that G is, a G shape is a root chord on the bottom. And it goes into a first inversion like that, 2 to the bar right here. Okay, actually 3 to the bar. Alright, for a second inversion. So the G covers all that in one. Okay? That G-shaped C. And now the C-shaped C, because we're still in, root is still C. We don't have the exact same thing because it's moved up one string. So instead of the 3 to the bar, right, the R is moved over, and the 3 goes over from there relative to the R. So we get this D shape over here. These are the same, right? But it's moved up one. So when we start on the 5th, we get the C shape. Same mode, Ionian. Okay, same mode. Doesn't matter if you do the first inversion arpeggio, like this. Something was on my... Yeah, or the second inversion arpeggio. Alright, or the first. Sorry about that, I've got things on my piano. But, so, these fretboards do all three inversions. Root, third, and the 5th, right there. And we just follow up. When you do the 5th, when you do the second inversion in the Aeolian triad, you get the C shape right there. When you do the root, you get the G shape. When you do the third, you get the D shape. Okay, because this is what happens. So the third is the E, right? Start way up here. Okay, that is the D shape. Now let me not mess the D shape up this time. So